how do we find balance between respecting others and maintaining self-respect? If someone is disrespecting us, how do we know when to just let it go versus saying something to the other person about how they impact us, which would be maintaining our self-respect? Here's what's interestingly ironic. Choosing peace is actually the most respectful thing you can do for yourself. A lot of us think that in order to maintain my self-respect, in order to maintain my dignity, I have to fight against, correct, put down, answer all of those who would criticize me or disrespect me. And the truth is that actually, in the vast majority of cases, that's just a complete total waste of time and energy. And the most self-respecting thing you can do is appreciate the preciousness of your time and your energy. There will always be people who disrespect us. Move through the world enough, get out enough, there will be people who disrespect you, whether it's something as anonymous as someone cuts you off in traffic. Okay, clearly not about you, nonetheless disrespectful. Or whether it's someone who actually disrespects you as an individual, puts you down, criticizes you. In either case, we have a choice, and the choice is I engage with that energy, which takes energy from us. It takes time of ours. I engage with it. Or I let it go. And the misconception, the tragic misconception is that letting it go is somehow not respecting myself, that letting it go is somehow being weak. When actually needing to correct everyone about me, needing to make sure everyone knows what a good person I am, needing to make sure that no one thinks anything wrong about me, that's much more a sign of inner weakness. Because that's much more a sign of my own self-worth is so shaky that the minute anyone outside of me criticizes me or doubts me or judges me, my entire self-worth inside collapses. And so I need to make sure that the metaphoric bricks in the building of my ego self are all in place. And of course, those bricks are the people in my world. Everybody needs to like me, respect me, be nice to me, treat me in a nice way. Then that sense of who I am, that structure I've created, is stable. And the minute that one of those bricks becomes loose, the minute that someone doesn't love me, doesn't respect me, isn't nice to me, the whole edifice of my self-worth starts to crumble. And that's a really precarious position to be in life, because it takes a lot of time and a lot of energy to keep all those bricks in place. Because remember, those bricks are people outside of us. Those bricks are not us. And to try to control the thoughts or the behavior of people who aren't us is at best very time consuming. at best, very energy consuming. Typically, an absolute exercise in futility because you just can't do it. And so if I spend my life trying to answer people who criticize me or disrespect me, I'm using a large percentage of my time and my energy doing that. And in many cases, it may be absolutely futile because there's no saying that I'm going to be able to convince you. There's no saying that I'm going to set you right. And if I stand up to you and answer you, there's no saying that's going to make you respect me more. I mean, if you criticize someone, you judge someone badly, you disrespect someone, and they yell at you or slap you or insult you, are you going to respect them anymore? You're going to respect them less. If that person has a complete meltdown because you've disrespected them, are you going to respect them more? You're going to respect them less. And so my advice in almost all of these cases is choose love. Love for yourself. If that person doesn't love you, fine. At least you can love yourself. And in loving yourself, it's I don't have to engage. I don't actually need every single person's respect. I don't actually need everybody who knows me to love me and respect me. I mean, can you imagine the job of that? I mean, how much time and energy that actually would take to ensure that everyone actually, forget love, actually just liked and respected you? You would have no time or energy left to do anything else. And so the sooner we realize that inevitably there will be people who don't love us, who don't even like us, who don't respect us, fine. Well, I love myself. I respect myself enough to know that the last thing I need to do is dissipate my energy in fighting those people. If someone has a legitimate issue with me, well, I certainly would hope that they would be honest to come to me about it and to give me a chance to clear the air. But if someone is just being disrespectful, choose love. Love for yourself. Love for them if you can muster it. Move on. If it's someone with whom you have what we'll call a recurring relationship, it's a colleague, it's a neighbor, it's someone in your friend circle, it's a family member. Well, then it makes sense to actually sit them down and try to have a conversation about it. But not out of self-respect, not out of I have to set them straight, not out of I need to make that right, otherwise I'm not respecting myself. Not out of that. Simply in service of living in peace. So if there's someone you're living with, either during the days or during the nights or on the weekends or on a regular basis, yeah, you don't want to have unnecessary conflict if you can avoid it. But if it's not someone you have to spend that much time with, let it go. We've got 24 hours in a day. Sounds like a lot. It's very little. And when you add up the amount of time that goes in sleeping, eating, bathing, taking care of our basic necessities, there's really very little disposable time left. And the question becomes, well, what am I going to do with that time? Am I going to use it to serve, to love, to grow? Or am I going to use it to try to engage in futility? And that's up to us. That's a choice we make. But you absolutely do not have to respond to someone or set them straight in order to feel like you have self-respect. Again, it's the opposite. If you really respect yourself, value your time, value your energy. And that goes also to things about others. It's not just about you. This is the same teaching of why we don't gossip, why we don't waste time in judgment of others. A, it pollutes our mind and heart, but B, it's just an absolute waste of really precious time and energy. If I've only got a few hours at my disposal per day, do I really want to waste them talking nonsense or listening to nonsense about other random people? I mean, what a complete waste of time and energy. Aside from the pollution of my mind and heart. And so, all of these things, people who talk nonsense to me, about others, we try to just avoid it as much as possible. Take care. Take care of your time. Take care of your energy. The same way, I mean, we're really good, most of us, at taking care of our money. You know, you've only got a finite amount. You're not going to spend it uselessly. You're not going to just kind of throw it here and there. Somebody says something, you throw money at them. Somebody says something else, you throw money at them. We understand money is precious. No, I'm not going to just throw money at you because you said something stupid. But time is even more precious than money. And so if we wouldn't throw money at someone who said something stupid, why would we throw time at them? I'm not going to pay someone to tell me stupid stories about other people. If I'm not going to give them money, why would I give them time? And so really ask yourself in these situations, would I throw money at this situation? And if not, then why would I throw time? Why is my time so much less precious to me than my money? Money you can always earn more of. Time, there's no way to refill your time bank. So it actually should be valued even more than our money. So the most self-respecting thing you can do in every moment, choose love, choose peace, choose light, choose positivity. It doesn't mean we brush over painful things. It doesn't mean we sweep things under the carpet when there's real issues, real problems, real pain. But it means that we don't let our most precious asset get dissipated in things that aren't real, that are just someone else's story, someone else's drama, someone else's lack of introspection. And that's an important distinction to make. You know, when we meditate, and we meditate on our third eye, it's the Agya Chakra, which is this energy center of discrimination. It's the power of discrimination. And typically we talk about the ability to discriminate truth from untruth. And that's what the third eye does, is this. Can you see the truth? Which is divinity, oneness, wholeness, compared to separation, form. These two eyes see separation, they see form. The third eye sees oneness, divinity. But discrimination, it's not only on that level. It's also on a level when we talk about truth. It's not only that highest level truth of ourself as consciousness truth. It's also the truth of the every minute and every moment of our life. Is this real? Is this something I need to look at? Sometimes, yeah, absolutely. We all have things we need to look at. Or is this just someone's drama? Is this something someone else needs to look at? But because I happen to be physically too close to them, it's sort of dripping out onto me. And in those cases, we don't spend time with it. We choose to protect our precious asset of time. And we choose love for ourselves, peace for ourselves. And we don't bother trying to set other people straight. As long as you're straight and you're set, doesn't matter the people in the world around you. You'll become sort of a magnet of that. And the people who matter will understand. The people who don't understand, okay, it's part of life. The sooner we all realize that, the better. The better we can start protecting our time and energy.